the Anastacia tour. He's also from Pendulum. How you going, man?
Very well, indeed. I'm glad to be back here in Australia.
Awesome, man. How's it, the weather's treating you nicely?
Well, it's like the UK. It's cold and wet.
Yeah. So how's the tour been so far?
It's been brilliant. Yeah, we've played for some great audiences here in Australia. It's the 5th show of the tour so far. Awesome. 2 more, then we go home.
Awesome. Well, this place, the Palais, we're going to get a look at that.
It's a beautiful, beautiful venue. Love it. Always wanted to play here. Played everywhere else in Melbourne, but I've never played here.
Can't say that anymore.
Yeah.
So we're here to check out your gear. What have we got here? I mean,
well, start from the start. It's a PRS Custom 24 with a Floyd Rose. This is the American version. I've also got the cheaper Korean version, which is just as good, and I love playing these guitars.
It's beautiful.
They sound amazing. You know, got so many different voicing characteristics to it. You know, it just sounds great.
So where do we go into from there?
Then we go to the pedals, and the most important pedal that we've got is the TC Electronic Tuner. It's the most important pedal into a bog standard volume pedal, then into a boudoir.
Yes. And
then I'm using the Digitech Drop as well. For the there's a couple of tunes that we do. Anastacia did a rock album a few years ago with cover versions, but to suit her voice, she had to tune them down.
Yeah,
so instead of bringing loads of guitars with me on tour, I just use that and tune everything down on that. So I just bring 2 electrics with me and just use that to do the detuning. So
handy pedal of yours.
Very handy, very handy. Yeah. And then there's an M9, a Line 6 M9, and I just use that for compression. And yeah, it's got a nice little compressor in it. And then it goes into the Hughes & Kettner Grandmeister 36, which I've been involved with Hughes & Kettner for quite a long while, and this amp is it was a dream to me, you know, because it's got the effects in it, got 4 different preamp stages, you know, it's just incredible.
So are you using the effects in it, like you're using the full capability of it?
Yeah, because there's no delays or anything.
No, I noticed that.
Yeah, so all the delays, modulation, you've got chorus, flanger, phaser and a trem on this. All those things come from there.
And you'll be using a bit of, probably a mix of all these things?
Oh yeah, well it saves a lot of pedalboard space as well, you know, because you don't have to, and even though it's got an FX loop, you don't have to use it. You know, if you want to use a more specified thing like a Strymon.
So are you using everything there would probably be going in the front? So you wouldn't be using the FX loop?
Nothing at all, no. Which is perfect for us.
It's all in there.
Yeah, and all these gigs are fly gigs, so the less equipment we've got, the better, really, and this covers everything. So.
So now, how are we getting sound? I can see the mic there at the front.
Yeah, we use a microphone. We mic the Celestion speaker up because it just sounds awesome because the speaker is amazing. But I also use the Red Box. The Red Box is the DI output.
Very popular.
On the amp. Red Box is an amp simulated out basically, but it sounds different enough. So we take the Red Box out and the speaker and flip them left and right. So you get a thicker sound.
Right.
It's not true stereo, but it just thickens the sound up a bit.
So front of house, is it just blended or is it hard left, hard right?
I think it's blended. Yeah.
Just blended. And then in your ears, are you getting one or the other, or both?
I'm getting both in mono. So
cool.
Yeah. But it's great. Yeah. It's very handy. You know, just to thicken that sound because it's just one guitar in the band. You know, you might need for some of the rockier songs.
It definitely gives more texture.
Yeah, a little bit more thickness up front. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, out of all the things, look, you've told us pretty much everything about what you've got here. Yeah. Is there a favourite piece of gear? I mean, I know you mentioned the tuner that was true bypass, but is there anything that really kicks it for you?
Well, it's the amp really, because it just does everything. All the sound comes from that.
Yeah.
all of it, more or less, apart from the wah wah, obviously, and a little bit of compression, all the sound, that's all my tone in that little box. So that is the most important bit for me, really. And the fact that it's so small and it only weighs about 8 kilos, so you can stick it in your suitcase, and fly with it anywhere you want, which a lot of people are doing now. And for something so small, it's quite amazing.
Yeah, I've done it myself. Yeah. So now this is your fly rig. I've seen pictures and bits and pieces of your larger rig that you may use in Pendulum. Yeah. Some more HK gear there.
Yeah. On the Pendulum tour, I use 2 Triamps,
which I saw. Yeah.
But I use 2 Grandmasters. I'm only using one in mono. I'm not using a stereo thing, and I use the other one just as a backup, just in case. But even with the Triamps, I've been using Kent Neverland since 2001, and amp number 1 has never died on me. So
that's awesome. Now I did see on the photo, we may be able to put a photo up of your rig. There was 2 cabs, so you're firing both cabs. 2
4x12 cabs, 2 Triamps, and most of the effects then come from the TC electronic G system.
Yep.
Which is foolproof, and you can drop a flight case on it and it'll still work. And a flight case has dropped on it, and still works perfectly. It's bomb-proof, that thing. So
awesome.
Yeah, but that needs, there's quite a few road cases for that, so this is so much easier to cart around with us.
It's fairly heavy.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
So what are you doing over the next few months? What's happening?
Bunch of more gigs with Anastacia, and I'm also playing with a band called Faithless over the summer, which is quite cool. Back to my dance roots, so that's going to be a lot of fun as well. So.
No worries. Well, where's that going to be?
Europe. At the minute, it's just Europe. It's Faithless's 20th anniversary concert, and I've been asked to do that, which has been pretty cool. So I've always loved that band, and just Europe at the minute, and so looking forward to that very much. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for your time, man.
No worries,
it's good to see you. Good to hear all about the bits and pieces, and I'm sure the viewers loved it.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
See ya.